As many of us prepare to feast for the holidays, some folks right here in Michiana don't have food on the table, and it's not just the affordability of meals that's the problem, it's access. 16
News Now investigates areas of South Bend that don't have grocery stores for miles. Carly Lucas finding out why these food deserts exist and what they mean for our community.
Hunger is on the rise.
St. Joe County is up 36% right now in the need.
And finding places to purchase affordable healthy meals is getting more difficult.
I mean, the days of the neighborhood grocery store, they don't exist anymore.
Causing some tough decisions.
Whether they're going to put food on the table or put gas in their vehicle, or are they going to pay a utility? So lots of challenges out there right now.
A food desert is an area where a substantial number of residents do not have easy access to affordable or good quality fresh food. Census data has identified 11 areas of St. Joseph County where a significant amount of people live more than a mile from the nearest supermarket.
Our most recent food desert is out off of Portage because the old Martin's is gone. Now they've taken out CVS.
Their closest retail grocer is going to be either Meijer or Walmart or Aldi, which is clearly quite a distance.
Researchers from Notre Dame are looking at this specific region as part of a 3-year study, looking to develop an app to potentially address some of the food access issues faced by those living here. They've met with residents of South Bend's near northwest side who shared concerns about the quality of food they're bringing home.
Even when it's a grocer that's a well-known grocer that may have multiple locations, that the ones that are near them and that are accessible still have quality differences sometimes.
You can still be a big name brand, but they're not all equal, even if they have the same sort of flagship name. And so it's important to understand that those disparities exist systemically that make it challenging.
The health department says it's items like French fries and soda pop that are often more available than fresh fruits and vegetables.
They're a food swamp with fast food restaurants or convenience stores or those things that are really close together. So the marketing of very unhealthy, low quality food to lower income and specific populations, developers plan that way.
That, plus relying on non-perishable items, can create or worsen health issues.
Whether it be, diabetes or hypertension and so on. And so it's important that they have access to healthy food so that they can manage those conditions.
If somebody already has struggles getting there, they may only be able to go there once a week, once every 2 weeks. So there's going to be more of a dependency on processed foods, canned foods, which we know of is high in sodium, which adds all kinds of other issues.
So how do we break the cycle and make sure nutritious food is available for everyone?
One potential solution would be to look at rezoning or zoning laws. How do you restrict those fast food commodities from coming in and say for every 1 mile there can be 2 in a grocery store, right?
One South Bend neighborhood is doing just that. When a new gas station was proposed for the 2700 block of Lincoln Way West, the Lincoln Bendix Park Neighborhood Association got involved. They agreed to support the business proposal if the station agrees to include a convenience store with a stock of basic groceries, including some healthy food choices like deli, vegetables, milk, bread, and fruit, making it a potential resource for the community. But for those still living in a food desert, the struggle continues.
You can't think critically when you're hungry. Can't handle conflict in a manner that is constructive when you're hungry. Even more importantly, you can't be healthy if you are hungry.
If you live in an area where you may not have access to transportation, it's a challenge, and there is a food pantry there, they depend on that as a resource.
That's where Reverend Donna Waller comes in.
They were both chock full when we opened up Saturday, and you see what we have left.
She operates a food pantry at Layman Chapel in an area of South Bend with low access to food.
These people are hungry. They're in our area. They're looking to us to kind of give them a hand up, and we do it. We do what we can do.
It's like a family, it sounds like.
That's exactly what it is.
She tells us there's an increase in need in our community, so much so that she's feeding people outside of the normal operating hours for the pantry.
If you're hungry, you shouldn't have to wait until the second and fourth Saturday of any month.
And among those seeking help from the food pantry, families.
We feed 5, 6, 7 babies, including mom. Well, the majority of our mothers are single parents, so we're going to feed them. You betcha.
Her passion for helping others is obvious.
You're letting them know that there are people out there that are decent people. You're letting them know that, hey, sometime along the way, maybe you will be the one that's helping another person. You pass that on. You know, just because they're hungry and need to go to the food bank to get something to eat doesn't make them bad people, doesn't make them wrongdoers. They're just caught up in a bad situation that a whole lot of people are caught up in.
It's a feeling that runs strong through Michiana and is even documented by researchers.
The spirit of community is alive and well, even in these areas that we call food deserts, and they're working together to try to overcome a lot of these barriers.
At a time where any of us could soon find ourselves in need of some help.
There are a lot of people who are just one paycheck away from being that family who needs, help getting access to food.
It truly takes a village.
And the need is great, and we're going to be better when people are fed. They're going to be able to be more productive members of our communities, and we'll be able to do more.
If you'd like to help, you can donate to the Food Bank of Northern Indiana. 94 cents of every dollar donated goes back into our community. You can learn more about how to donate or get involved as a volunteer at feedindiana.org. For 16 News Now Investigates, I'm Carly Luca.